And if you practice, watch this, Sydney. If you practice, we'll pull another ball in there. When you're practicing, you can take another club, go ahead and set up to it. And we can place this here, and we can kind of keep your ball position in check. You follow me? So
right.
If it's there, obviously it's too far forward, so that's more like what we're looking for. So you can have another club that forms a 90-degree angle with the club that you have on the ground to help you monitor your ball position, because you want to try to play a very consistent ball position. All right? All you're going to do is widen your stance out. You understand what I mean by that?
Right.
I mean, if I'm with a pitching wedge, the ball's in the middle of the stance because it's got a much narrower stance. If I'm into a driver, I've widened my stance, so it really hasn't moved in relationship to the left foot. I've just widened my stance. Exactly. So I want to make sure that you have it with this club more in the middle. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. No, that's too far off the left foot. Keep moving this way. Keep going. Keep going. So if I draw a line straight down, that's going to be just forward of center. Can you see that right there?
So you want it in the middle?
I want it just of your stance. Look, from heel to heel. See where the ball is right here? That's more in the middle. That's more across from my left heel. But again, like if I'm hitting a pitching wedge, my stance is going to be, let's say for example, this wide. I'm just narrower with the shorter club.
Right.
And so as I move into a 6-iron, it's going to go a little bit wider. But the ball position hasn't changed really in relationship to my left heel. Just the width of my stance has changed. So that's more of a constant ball position. I may move mine a couple of balls, throughout the bag. I'm not going to move. I'm not going to go. When I was growing up, I was taught 9-iron back here, 8, and move it with every club. Very difficult to do that every time and get in the same position. Obviously, this wind that we have today, if you want to bring the ball flight down, you're going to play it back in your stance, right? But we're just going to keep it in the middle. Okay, pulled up out of that shot. Lost your posture. So coming in, that was a little bit with your arms coming down. You stood up a little bit and moved your arms farther away from the ball. Let's try a practice swing for me again. Real slow, back to the top. And the two things we're working on today are eliminating the lateral motion that you have of the hips. I want you to go ahead and turn your hips a little bit more. Good. You want to feel like your hips are a 45-degree angle. Do you know what I mean by that? To your target. Your hips are turned at a 45 degree and your shoulders are rotated to 90. Do you understand what I mean by that, Sydney?
Right.
Okay.
I'm just not turning my head.
What you were doing before was you were sliding. So in an effort to try to not slide, you just kind of shut them down. We want to turn, but we want to turn in the confines of your feet. That's what you want to try to feel in a very tight area that we want the rotation to be in. And then you just keep the arms on the body, okay? You keep some pressure of the arms right on the chest and make your turn. Very good. Excellent. Excellent move. Excellent move there. How'd that feel? That's good. That's good stuff. Big improvements. How'd your wrist angles feel at impact? Loose? So what do we have to do to correct that? From that position, where? What do we do from there? Show me. From right here. You got to lean into your left hip. So what happens is when you start losing these wrist angles, you start letting the club go. You start losing it back here because you don't have leverage with your body. In other words, if it's uneven, well, yes and no. I mean, what happens is your weight's falling back and your wrist angles are going to be lost. If I can get you to move your weight from the center of your body and allow your arms to be moved forward with your pivot, that's the key here, is that we can let the arms move forward with the pivot. Does that make sense? All right, not too bad. Not bad. Not bad. What'd your weight feel there at impact? Did it feel more on your left side? Okay, good. And how long have you've only been playing a short time, right?
It'll be a year in June.
Not even a year. Very good. That's a good golf swing for someone that's only been playing for a year. And I think this is what our second or third lesson is all, so in good shape. Weight moved a little bit outside of your right foot there. Do you feel it? So again, when you do that, where's the low point of my swing going when I do that? Well, too far back. So you're going to have too much to recover from there. There's too much timing needed to make that impact, correct impact, okay? Let's do that real slow. If you struggle during doing this, I want you to practice in little slower swings here, and just take the ball out of the way. Now just go real slow so you can rehearse that correctly. All right, let's do that again. You didn't quite move into that left hip. Let's do that again. Real slow. So you want to just kind of slow it down and do it at a speed that you can control. All right, now into impact for me, real slow. Good. Right to there. Excellent. Keep rotating. Keep going. Now just stand up and do your finish. Excellent. Now you have your upper body stacked more on top of your hips instead of leaning out in front of it. Okay? Much better. All right, let's try one.
Oh, I felt that.
Do you feel that back here? A lot of weight back. It's all right. Try another one. I want a little half swing for me. Look, I want you just to move this back to about waist high, your arms, and I want you to hit just a little soft shot and try to rehearse that where you feel a little bit more weight up on your left side as you're making contact. There you go, that's okay. How'd the wrist angles feel? Lost your wrist angles? So here's the shot I'm trying to get you to work. Watch me from right here. Okay? Still right here. To there. Little half shot. Right to there. Okay? And look how my arms are. Right out in front of my chest. So you can exaggerate this drill where you're hitting the ball, but really with your rotation. I am using my wrist, no question about it, and there's a slight bend in my right elbow, but we're only going to waist high. So if I go from here and I'm coming back into impact, I'm really doing that with the rotation of my body. Okay? That's a good way to get your arms blending together with your pivot. That makes sense? Okay? Anytime you do that, make sure you do it in your golf posture though. All right? Try to simulate your golf posture. Hold it right there. Hold it there. Hold that finish. Right through here. Okay, really right out in front of your body. Let's try that again without a ball. Excellent. Excellent. And so you'll feel like you're turning in a real tight area here. Right? There's what we're doing and not that move. Okay? Let's try one more. Move that up out of that hole a little bit. There you go. Perfect. So we're focusing on two things. Again, we're going to let the hips stay a little more centered, not a sliding motion. And then staying here through impact with your upper body instead of lunging out in front. Right? So I want your head to feel right over the top of the golf ball as you're making contact. Excellent. Excellent job, Sydney. That looked just like this. Right there. So you were rotating your body to get the arms to come into impact instead of throwing it from the top. Does that make sense? Try it one more time. Right back to the top. Stop at impact for me. Good. Keep rotating to your finish. And then fold up. Fold your arms up. Perfect. Okay? How's that feel? A little bit different? Excellent, Sydney. Fantastic. So what's going to happen when you start feeling things kind of going haywire when you're practicing, you need to go back to this drill because you can control your body at slower speeds and a little bit shorter range of motion. Okay? Does that make sense? Then you can kind of get that relationship going again with your arms and your body. Then you can bump that up into a little more speed. And then if you hit 2 or 3 like you like, go on to something else. If you don't, come back to this drill. But don't just keep hitting bad shot after bad shot after bad shot. Make sure you go back to a range that you can control. Fantastic. Look how much better that is.